everybody, welcome to another vlog. This is going to be a cook with me / eat with me vlog as I make some carnivore macaroni and cheese. Today is August 18th, 2023. I filmed quite a few vlogs today, including my second grocery haul, which is already up on my channel, and my clean / organize with me, which I don't know when that's going to be up. A little bit before this video or after this video, but that's going to be up at some point as well. So I've been very busy today. Now, this carnivore macaroni and cheese recipe, it comes from Minimalist Eater. It's a carnivore food blog. I will put the link to the recipe in the description box. I'm actually making a double batch of the recipe. Her recipe calls for a half a pound of ground beef, and I'm making it with a full pound. I would recommend doing it with at least 80-20, not any kind of lean meat. You don't want lean meat, and if you're going to cook with lean meat, then you're going to want to make sure to definitely cook with butter to help up your fat content. I'm going to season my ground beef in here with my blend of pink Himalayan salt, white pepper, and garlic and onion powder. I did a 1/4 teaspoon of each. I'm just going to put that in here to season the meat. And then I will continue cooking and working the seasoning into the meat. Get all of that flavor in there. I cooked some sausages in here for lunch today, and I'm cooking that in like the leftover sausage grease as well, just for a little bit of extra flavor and fat. Never hurts anything, especially because you want to have high fat when you're doing carnivore. So you just want to cook this and brown it. I've made this a couple of times now, and it's a pretty quick and easy recipe. This is my first time doing it where I've shredded my own cheese as opposed to pre-shredded cheese, so I'm excited to see what the difference is. Again, this is going to be a double batch, so you might see some measurements and think, oh my gosh, like you're using a lot, but again, because it's a double batch for the recipe. So just gonna keep cooking the meat. Around, maybe flip it a little. Ooh, it smells really good. I love that spice blend. I got turned on to the white pepper from Ketogenic Woman, and you'll hear me mention her a lot because I love her videos. I think she does a really great job with providing great recipes and making carnivore honestly seem really doable and easy. Her videos are super inspiring, so you'll definitely see me mentioning her and her recipes a lot. As I was saying, white pepper is something that she uses, and so I thought I would give it a try, and I love it. It has a very different smell from black pepper. It still smells peppery, but it doesn't make you sneeze like black pepper does. It's just very aromatic, and it has a really good flavor to it as well. So I definitely recommend white pepper if you have not had it before. And let's see, the meat is getting good and brown. There's still some raw red in there. We just gotta let that cook up. Once we do, we'll start making the sauce. Now, the recipe does call, I will say, the recipe calls for you to take the meat out of the pan and make the sauce by itself in the pan and then add the meat back in. We're not going to do that. We're actually going to make the sauce right here in the pan with the meat because it saves a dish from draining out the meat. Plus, it keeps all of that good fat in here. And again, we want as much fat as possible. So we're just going to make the sauce right in the pan with the meat. Probably another a minute or so. It's getting quite finely ground here, which is nice. You know, honestly, this recipe is for carnivore, quote-unquote, macaroni and cheese. So it really is more of a hamburger helper, but without the noodles. Again, Ketogenic Woman does make a recipe with carnivore noodles that she makes that I would like to try at some point in the future. That's definitely going to be on the to-do list. Also on my cooking to-do list is a meat lasagna. My cousin sent me a recipe for. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's like a lasagna, but it's no noodles, it's all meat. It has a white sauce instead of a tomato sauce. It sounds really good, so I'm going to be trying that in the very near future. Alright, I think there's a couple more little bits here and there, but I think this meat is good and browned. I think we can go ahead and start making our sauce. So first, to the pan, I'm going to add 4 tablespoons, or a half a stick, I'm going to cut it up a little bit, into smaller chunks of butter. Again, I know it seems like a lot, but this is a double recipe, and the original recipe called for 2 tablespoons. So we're doing 4. Just put that in the sink, and I'll rinse that off in a moment. So now we're just going to kind of get the butter stirred around a little bit, get that in there so it starts melting. Kind of chop it up a little bit. Then, to that, we're going to add a cup of heavy whipping cream. We'll pour that in. Let me turn the heat down a little bit lower so we don't have the cream boiling. And then this will get rinsed in a moment as well. And we just start to incorporate the cream in there. Get the meat nice and covered. Alright, so it's starting to look really good. Oh, spilled a little bit, that's okay. Clean that up off the floor. All right, so we have a good sauce base going. Now I'm going to take my 1 cup measuring cup, and I am going to add, if it'll cooperate with me, 1 cup of shredded sharp cheddar cheese. I'll go ahead and put that in there. I will say, it sticks together a lot more than pre-shredded cheese, which is not something I'm used to. That's okay, though. And then I'm also putting in a cup of Monterey Jack cheese. So now we have the cheese incorporating into the sauce. I'm sorry that there might be a weird pause. My dog started going crazy because someone came to the door. So now I'm just stirring in the cheese, getting it nice and melted. This is looking really, really good. Just let that combine. You really want to make sure that the cheese is nice and melted. You still see little blobs of it there, so I'm just trying to break them up and cook them down so they melt. And we're just gonna go ahead and let this cook and thicken for a moment, and I'll be right back with it in the bowl. All right, so I now have, pardon my Coke Zero opening, Coke Zero to go with my dinner. No, it's not carnivore, I know, but I've said before, I'm still drinking some diet soda. I have to give up my vices. Please forgive me. So here is a bowl of the final product. It thickens up the more it sits. So I'm just kind of, oh, look at all that steam. I'm stirring it around because it's clearly still incredibly hot. Now, I have only made this a couple of times, like I said, with pre-shredded cheddar. This is my first time trying it with shredding my own cheese, and also with a combination of cheddar and Monterey Jack. So I'm very curious to try it and see how it turns out. I just need to I don't know if you can see all the steam still coming off of it. Oh my gosh. Let me see if I can get it to cool off a little bit. We're gonna give it a shot. Okay, let's try. Mmm. That is super good. Oh my gosh. Wow. This is so cheesy and I can taste the cheddar and the Monterey Jack. It's wow. Oh my gosh. Mmm. Both cheeses really stand out. They really stand out. Like, you can tell the flavors are there, like the cheddar and the Monterey. And the beef is well seasoned. The sauce is creamy. I wish it was a little bit thicker. I don't know if that's because I'm not using the pre-shredded cheese. I don't know. But it has thickened up the more it sat. So maybe I just need to let it sit a little bit longer. But so good. Well, I don't want this to turn into a mukbang. Mukbang. I don't know how you say it. But I said before that I don't really plan on doing those kind of videos. I just kind of can't help myself from eating like a little bit of it, so you guys can know if I think it's good or not. And I do think it's good. So I highly recommend. Again, I'm going to link the recipe in the description box. So give it a shot. Give it a try. Carnivore macaroni and cheese from Minimalist Eating. It gets an A+ from me. So I'm gonna chow down, have myself a good dinner, and thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys like this video. If you'd like to see more Cook With Me content, please like this video, consider subscribing if you haven't already, and leave some comments on the video as well. And I look forward to your feedback and what you think about it. So thank you again for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.